Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. Just a little vlog on my Saturday morning. It's almost 1:30 now. Or maybe it's later than that. No, it's about 1:30. Having a rotten day. I'm having my breakfast, having my toast. Well, I got a call this morning from my uncle. He's not had a good couple of days, and it's really been hard on me because I have other commitments, and I feel like as if my life has stopped because I have to deal with all of his emotional highs and lows. And I think I told you before that my uncle suffers from, besides old age, dementia. Um, Not a severe form, but he is kind of paranoid a little bit. He has definite ideas about things. He uses words that I would not consider in my wildest dreams regarding different races and nationalities. I was brought up with multicultural people around me. I've had friends from all different walks of life. To be honest, I'm probably the minority nowadays, a white woman, But I don't like racial slurs. I don't like, and he seems, I don't like any of that. We're all God's children, right? Doesn't matter what case we came in our hearts, we're all the same. So it hurts me when he says things like that. But anyway, he called this morning. Yes, Kitty, I know you want more treats, but you're not getting any more. You had enough. Called this morning. He's ready to run away. He's ready to leave. He's had enough. He doesn't want to be there. He's had a rough couple of days. It's been like that it's been worse since Thursday. And I'm starting to feel guilty because I helped him be, placed in that home, which is where he wanted to go. But still I have the guilt. It brings me to tears because you feel like you're responsible. But after talking to my mom, like she said, he's a grown man, he's made his own decisions. You cannot take responsibility. He put the pressure on me to be with his wife and to be where he is. And, um, I just, it's really, really hard. I think I don't know if it would be easier to be different if it was my mom or my dad, because these are people I grew up with, these are people I know, these are people but this is my uncle, my mom's brother. I've known him for years through the telephone. I've only met him a few times in my life, and it's only been the last 2 years that, I've really gotten to know him. And 2 years ago, he had a few little idiosyncrasies, let's say, but I've noticed since last summer, he was starting to deteriorate in his mind, I guess. His health as well. His health has gone down. This gentleman has had asthma all his life since he was like 27 and had to use a puffer and has had to deal with this. But he's a very strong-willed man. He gets very angry. And I've always had the patience to calm him down or to be able to, get him to sort of change his thoughts or whatever. And right now, I just feel like it's a little overwhelming. It's a little bit too much. I have my family. I have my other life. I have my own life. I mean, my hair is a mess today because my grandson, who I filmed, was out playing soccer, and he's only 8. My little love. Oh my God. And I filmed him, and of course we got soaked. We got in the rain, it got soaked. And I had such a good time yesterday, and then I didn't have a good night. It must have been something, or the angel, somebody telling me tomorrow's not going to be a good day, or warning me, or trying to advise me or help me. I don't know, because I usually sleep like a rock. I really usually have, when I sleep, it's good. It's a good sleep. So, getting his phone call this morning, it just, he needs to take a taxi. He wants somebody to pick him up. He wants to leave. He's not staying there anymore. I mean, it's a nursing home. Yes, it's not the best place in the world for anybody to be placed. I don't like it. I don't want to ever be there. I'd rather end my life, to be honest, and I don't believe in suicide. But I've seen enough in nursing homes to realize that, the people are doing their best to deal with so many variations of elderly people, with various extreme, from being able to walk on their own, eat on their own, speak, and so on, but their health is frail, to being, completely incapacitated. And when you have hundreds of people living in a home situation like that, everything has to sort of be standardized. And I know with the Canadian government, they're very strict, very, very strict, that the food preparation has to be a certain way. Their medications has to be, labeled and very strictly given. And, I know all of these rules, but we're dealing with human beings, and these caregivers are doing their best to deal with it. And I am totally amazed when I go there. And I mean, they don't know I'm there sometimes because I'm not always totally visible. And I watch how patient they are with some of these people. And if it was me, I'd lose my patience. There's constant moaning, and there's constant, you know, help me, you know, um, and going there often enough, seeing the older people that are, one particular older lady, she from morning till night says, help me. Now, it's probably her inner spirit wanting to get out, but what do? You don't walk them away. I'm going off topic here completely. Anyway, just having a bit of a downer day today. I need to have a couple extra prayers and try and deal with, this is tough. In life, we don't expect to end up the way some of our elderly people are ending up. And, that's only 20 years away from me. I'm talking about in my 80s. I mean, that's, if I'm to become frail or something in my 80s, what kind of quality of life is that? You know? But then on the other hand, I have to realize, like my mom said, he made his life, and he has to deal with the lessons or the consequences of his actions, not being close to any of his children. Um, I was close to him because I'm close to my mom. My mom was close to her brother. I mean, not super close, but, I mean, they lived in different parts of the country. So I don't know what it's like to have a father or a brother or someone that you're not close to anymore. I don't know what that's like. I've seen it, and I empathize because it's tough. It's tough. So he now has to live with the consequences of his own actions. But it's hard on me because I'm soft and I'm trying to deal with this the best I know how. And contacting his children is very difficult because they're not always available. They live in different parts of the country, and you know, when you're not close to your family and then you become alone in your later years, you can't expect people to come rallying around to support you and help you. You've got to live with the consequences of your actions. And I'm learning that. I'm seeing it. And what does he expect? What do we expect from our families? It's something to really think about. You know, we burn a lot of bridges in our life. We burn a lot of bridges. We can't cross back over. You have to build it. And it's one plank at a time, one brick at a time. You know, when you're young, you don't even realize how your stubbornness, your authoritarian ways, your, you know, strong-willed personalities, how they will affect you in your later years. All we see is now, and that's fine for living just for now. But supposing you live past now, and you live longer and longer, and you know, abandoned your family, and then suddenly you're alone, ill health, mind going, who do you expect to look after you? Heavy, heavy thoughts for a Saturday morning, but these are the heavy, heavy thoughts that I have. I'm going to let you go because this is becoming depressing, and I don't want it to be depressing. I just needed to vocalize. I needed to try and get my head around the fact that I cannot be with him 24 hours a day when I have my own life, I have my own family, I have, you know, I have me to look after. I've got pets that are responsible, that I'm responsible for. I've got grandchildren, I've got children, I've got parents. So my extended relatives that expect more from me, I can't give it. And yet the guilt of not being able to jump in my car and run and try and rescue him from whatever daily drama is going on. I'm not very good with drama. I get rather impatient. But right now I'm feeling rather... not lost. I'm not lost. I've always got my God to keep me centered, but I think frustrated in that there's only certain things that I can do, and I get frustrated with the expectations that other people put on to me, that they expect me to do things I cannot do, and I have to try and convey that, and I can't do it because he simply does not understand. He says it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand. I don't understand. And when you're on the telephone talking to someone who either doesn't want to understand or doesn't want to hear you or really doesn't hear me. But it's funny, when I spoke softly and said something, he heard me. So what is that? What is that game playing that's going on with my heart? Whew. I have to get ready for work. I'm going to work. I'm going to be dealing with a lot of very happy people, maybe miserable, but you know what? Bring them a smile. Make their day. Like Susan says, bring a little sunshine into your life. I'm going to need a little sunshine today. Thanks for stopping by and listening to my rant, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.